People wait till they get unhealthy to try to get healthy, right?
Yeah.
Some people say, I don't have time to go to the gym. I think it's bullshit. You see a lot of men over 40 or in their mid 40s, which I admire, right? Probably the last 10 years, they've been so focused on their career, building wealth for their family, for their kids, but most of them lose sight of their health. Men in their 40, you really can tell who takes care of themselves and who doesn't.
Let's talk about week 1 of the NFL.
Ooh. You know, I hate to say it, Giants still suck for all these guys in New
No,
York.
not my Giants.
I'm sorry. What's up, baby? Beautiful day here in New York. We finally got this fall 40, high 40s, low 50s in the morning and like mid 70s during the day.
Best. I love September. September is my favorite month. October too. But these are the days this is like ideal.
You know what's really, if you pay attention to it, it really does correlate. The weather to your mood.
Oh, 100%.
Like you notice like you're just in a better mood.
Even sunshine alone, though. Like
100%.
people that live in
sun, yes.
states that don't have the sun a lot, I'm like, no wonder why it's depressing. Like, it's terrible. I mean, that's why we're chasing the good weather.
100%. That's why the Northwest is like the highest suicide rate in the country because I know they don't see the sun for like 5 months a year. But nonetheless, beautiful day. You got a beautiful tan going on.
It's fake.
I like that.
You know me, my
little spray tan.
Little spray tan. I did a photo shoot last week. Oh my God, I shot so much content. I think I have content for months.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
You and her got at it.
Guys.
Be good.
Yeah,
content.
we were working. I like doing these type of shoots though because they're just very like exhausting, but you have so much stuff to work with for so long and you can never have enough content. So like my girl Bia from my team, Moxie, flew her in and we got a lot of shit done.
You girls got after it.
People don't realize it's the TikToks and like the reels and stuff that take the longest.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work that goes into that.
I know there is, babe.
Especially
a lot of work.
Then throw like a dancing routine in and I'm like, girl, I don't know. I don't know if I can still do these cringy dances and trends that
Well, it's crazy. I'm actually starting to get a little taste of all the content I got to do for the lifestyle reset. You know,
speaking of
another
big launch,
the lifestyle
this week.
resets all launched this week.
How exciting, babe.
I'm so excited. It's been it's funny. It's so much work to get things launched, right? Now the app is done. The website is done. I got the team done. I got the workout plans done. I got the tiers done. Everything's done. Now it's just ready to help men get their power back, help men get back in good shape, get their mental and physical intact so they can be the best versions of themselves. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to start seeing you roll it out. And it's a lot. People don't realize the behind the scenes of how much work goes into these things and just the process of it too, like starting out and then like building apps and building workouts and building the plan. And obviously it's very individualized too. So your work isn't just, done now. You have a lot of work to come when you book these calls and everything else, but it's going to be good. I think it's going to be really
I'm excited to start getting on these calls and just again, it's something that I preached this before and I've talked about it before and I'll talk about it numerous times on Instagram and all my videos. This isn't for everybody. This isn't a workout plan for the summer to get jacked or for any season. This is more of a lifestyle commitment. I'm actually doing a 90-day commitment. I need 90 days to begin because I need 90 days to see how serious you are. I need to change your mindset, your habits, your routines. So for me, it's not a program for everybody, which I'm kind of excited about because it's something that I want men that are really serious about their health. They really want to make that jump or just continue their fitness journey on a higher level. And I think that's what's cool about this tier is my whole tier system has 4 tiers when you come in. Tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. And as we interview you and we talk to you and get to know you, we'll put you in a tier to begin with. And after the 90 days, you will complete the tier. And then it's really going to dive into adjusting it accordingly to every individual person to what your goals are from there. So this is definitely like a high level, not high level from fitness, but a high level of a mindset of that you're fully committed to changing your physical appearance.
Right. Like there's no, everyone's at different levels of fitness in their career,
Absolutely.
Whether they, there's beginners, there's people that have never touched a weight, there's people that have been working out for years but need a little bit of a boost. There's also guys out there that, maybe like you always preach, maybe have lost it a little bit in the sense of like, their routine and they got busy with work, kids, whatever it may be, and they need like a full lifestyle reset, which I think is cool. So it's like no discrimination against anyone that wants to join in a sense of like no matter where you're at in your fitness career. Absolutely. As far as beginners, intermediate, and super experienced. Obviously, that's all, and that's great. But I think it'll be really good because I think mentally is where you're trying to like, you have to be very serious. And the whole name of it, lifestyle in general, like you can't just go to the gym once or twice a week and then stop going or whatever it may be, or go every day and then stop going. It's like it's a lifestyle.
No, 100%.
There's no other way to put it.
And that's what, the demographic I really want to go after is really men over 40.
Right.
Because you see a lot of men over 40 or in their mid 40s, which I admire, right? Probably the last 10 years, they've been so focused on their career, building wealth for their family, for their kids. But most of them lose sight of their health, right? Because they're so focused on building an empire for their family, which I admire, which is great.
Right.
But now I think it's time for them to look in the mirror and pull back and say, I know how to get back to myself, my fitness, the way I used to look in my 30s or even in my 20s. And that's something that I kind of want to attack because I see a lot of middle-aged men. And 40 is a number that it's really interesting to me because men in their 40, you really can tell who takes care of themselves and who doesn't.
Right.
That's like the first kind of age for me that you really, it's noticeable.
Yeah.
If a man is in really good shape in their 40s, I mean, they've been consistent, they've been, disciplined in their craft. And then if you're not, it's going to really start to show in your 40s. So this lifestyle reset, which I'm excited about, is I can go from every level, beginners, media, and then if you want to be expert, if you want to train with me, if you want to train what I do, we'll get you there eventually, but it's got every aspect of levels of where you are in your fitness journey. Even if you just want to lose 20 pounds, our team, my team, we will get you in the best shape of your life and lose that 20 pounds. But as you grow in this lifestyle reset, I want you to fall in love with being the best version of yourself, right? Yeah. I'm not also just teaching you workouts. I'm giving you daily habits. I'm giving you a recovery routine. I'm giving you a supplement routine. I'm giving you a affirmation routine. I want to implement a morning routine in your life. I want to implement attitude is gratitude. I want you to take the time to, the little things in life is where I am so adamant about creating a lifestyle because it's a lot of little habits throughout the day that give you big results.
Right.
And that's what people don't understand, right? They don't understand that they see a fit guy, on Instagram, but I guarantee you a fit guy on Instagram works out at the same time, eats the same food, goes to bed at the same time. They're disciplined. And these people that go to the gym, they think, oh, I'm not seeing results in 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks and they quit. But that is not the goal. The goal is just to be more consistent and create a routine and create a lifestyle. So that's what I'm excited to kind of help people dive into that journey, not just physically, but mentally. Yeah,
well, it's all about the balance too, because men over 40, most of the time, like you said earlier, do have a family, a lot of them, maybe a busy job. And it's also understanding that there's balance. And the more you can take care of yourself, the more of a better man you're going to be for your wife, a better husband, a better father that you're going to be for your children. So I think it's attacking all walks of life in the essence of like, it's about balance. And the more you take care of yourself, the more you're going to be able to take care of other people as well. It's all mental.
And you made that's spot on, but you said something about balance that I want to just kind of hit on real quick about be proactive. People wait till they get unhealthy to try to get healthy, right?
Yeah.
And another thing that my whole brand will represent or help you with, some people are really busy. Some people say, I don't have time to go to the gym. I think it's bullshit. But let's say you don't have time to go to the gym. We can make a 30-minute workout plan for you with a treadmill, some push-ups, some sit-ups, and some body squats.
You can do it at your house.
I can make you a plan to literally 3 or 4 times a week. You don't even got to go to the gym, and I can get you in way better shape than you are now. So for me, it's all about prioritizing, right? It's all about, I don't have enough time in the day. Yes, you do. You always have time for the things you prioritize, right?
Yep.
Right? So for me, it's one of them things where this is where the mindset of creating a lifestyle will get you in the best shape of your life. And I'm excited. I really am excited to kind of go down this journey.
Yeah, he's been putting in a lot of work behind the scenes, guys. So stay tuned. It's going to be really awesome. Obviously, the link will be in his bio on Instagram. We'll be promoting it, and you guys can get more information about setting up a call and how to go further. So I'm excited for you as well, babe. So let's talk about week 1 of the NFL, right? Well, college was last week. College started.
Well, yeah, college. But this was first week 1 of the NFL.
Yeah,
which it always really holds a special spot in my life because as I get older, I really am extremely grateful and thankful that I had the opportunity to be a starting safety on opening day in the National Football League. It didn't turn out as well as I wanted to on opening day against the Dallas Cowboys, but that's neither here nor there. But when I watch opening day, it's always like some sort of sentimental value for me. It's always like emotional for me, and I'm just very grateful. I think the older I'm getting, I'm very thankful that I was part of the best in the world. So it's always a special weekend. But yeah, let's dive right in. I mean, it was some exciting football. I hate to say it, Giants still suck. For all these guys in New York.
No, not my Giants.
I'm sorry to tell you
Bad,
that.
I'm
I
still
know
a
your dad's
Giants
a big. They still suck. They have no offensive line.
What about the Jets, though? Do we have
Jets actually looked pretty good. They lost.
Okay.
But the Jets looked good. I think the Jets had some promising moments.
Okay.
Let's see
at
what
least maybe a little New York will come through.
Yeah. I was actually shocked in the Buffalo Bills Baltimore game.
We were watching that. I fell asleep midway.
I did fall asleep in the third quarter. So I actually woke up to the final.
Baltimore
the finishing.
had that.
I know, me too. I was really disappointed in the outcome of the finishing result of that game because I watched the first 3 quarters and I felt like Baltimore was totally in control. I felt like the game plan was really good. The coach was really good. Buffalo could not tackle Derrick Henry. The guy's an animal. He's a beast.
He's a big boy.
A big boy, man. That is one of the biggest running backs ever to play the game. Powerful, strong. So I understand, but I think Baltimore is going to be upset they let that one slip away.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's rough. Especially, I feel like they had it, and then
they did.
I went to bed
halftime.
Halftime.
I went to bed middle of third. I felt like middle of third quarter. I'm getting too old for this. I think.
I know.
For real.
Yeah.
Man.
It's like
every night game. I barely watch a whole game anymore. What's going on?
Well, we're in bed by like 10 p.m.
10.
I mean, sometimes Savvy will start getting the dogs outside at like 9:15. I'm like, oh, we're starting early tonight.
Hey,
but you know what's funny? I've been watching football my whole life. Obviously, I grew up with 3 older brothers. My dad, they're all football fans and played football. And I didn't really understand the game that much. And then I asked Savvy last night, because why not ask, it's one that played the game. I'm like, babe, I'm kind of confused with the whole the 1st and 10. Like I know they always say it, and then
she didn't know.
But it's so simple when you actually break it down. I just never was explained what that meant. I didn't know about because I was always like, yeah, why does it start over? I'm like, so every down starts over. So I'm learning, guys.
I had to explain to Mandy last night the whole concept, the 1st and 10, and if they get 2 yards on that play, then it's 2nd and 8, and if they get 4 yards, it's going to be 3rd and 4.
And it makes sense. It's actually not that complicated.
You got to punt it. So
yeah.
It's a lot more. It's a little more complex than that because it's field position and stuff like that comes into play.
You know what I think about?
We'll tell her about that next game. Not too much early. Let's go to the basics.
When I watch the guys, and what blows my mind, and you could obviously speak on this because you played, but what blows my mind is how quick each play is, and then it was a down or whatever it was, and how quick they are told, or obviously the quarterback is told, whatever, or he has it. Is he told, or he knows? They
have a quarterback has a mic in their ear.
Okay.
That shuts on and off.
So
it goes on when a play stops, it goes on, and then.
And you guys have your playbook of all the plays that what you would do at 1st and 10, or what you would whatever all that.
It's all scouting down.
But what blows my mind is how quick it gets translated to everyone with all that sound, and then they're ready, and I'd be like, wait, what was the play again? I feel
I know
because my brain wouldn't. I don't know. I guess it's different when you're in the game. But
it's something that's why you practice all week. It's why you game plan all week. That's why you all that stuff comes into play. But and then sometimes the offense does hurry up offense, meaning they don't go in a huddle.
Really?
And he'll call the play on the line of scrimmage.
Some people definitely don't hear the play, do they?
No, so it's all hand signals.
Oh, true.
At that
saw
point
that
too.
Actually. I've seen.
And even on defense, I play defense. So when the offense would hurry up, we didn't have time to call defense. It's all hand signals. So we would hand signal a defense, right?
I'd
so
be
it would be whatever it is, and we have we knew if that offense was coming to the line really quick, we knew a basic defense we're going to run, and we'll just call it really quick and basically run that defense. But
that's the thing. It's not just the physical aspect of it. It's the mental aspect of
you have no idea
having so many different things. It's obviously I could relate a little bit with wrestling, way different, but it's a little bit of you don't realize when you're in it and your adrenaline's going, but it's not just getting tackled or doing a move or all these things. It's thinking about what's next, what's
you don't
coming.
think about what's next.
You don't? Because wrestling you do.
Next. No, you have a play. They call the play. You run the play.
You don't know what's next.
And then but the thing is, but see, that's what people don't realize too. I watch the game totally different. Even it's just
is that
crazy.
why you move 100 miles a minute because of football and literally talk 100 miles a minute when I'm
probably remember when we get it loud sometimes?
Yeah,
because there's a safety. You were the guy who made a lot of the calls and a lot of the adjustments. So I would always have to make the calls and adjustments. And you don't understand, babe. this is chess, not checkers when you watch football. And the chess match is in between the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator. It's a chess match. It's between the quarterback and the middle linebacker, or the quarterback and the safeties. It's all a pawn moving on the board, and it's all about
I forget what's the difference between chess and checkers.
Well, checkers is basic. Chess is like if they're really smart. When somebody says it's not it's checkers, it's chess. That means it's kind of like advanced.
Advanced. Got it. I wasn't a big checkers or
no,
chess.
I know checkers are real basic, but chess is like you have to be really smart and intelligent, and you have to think like 3 or 4 moves.
Yeah, got it.
So football is that. Football is not just call to play and go.
No, of course.
Right?
There's so much involved.
There's so much strategic. There's so much tendencies going in. Like when I was playing defense, right? We know, okay, 1st and 10. We would have a list every week. What
all the
plays they like to run on 1st and 10, then 2nd and 8. And then 3rd and 4, 3rd and short, 3rd and long.
Yeah, and like
so
defense.
you know what, like you have a tendency to know what they like to run, and then you coordinate your defense of what defensive scheme you want to run against that play.
That's why they have like a defense coordinator specifically just for defense and like offense because it's two different games.
And this is really going to go over your head right now, I shouldn't even say it, but then there's personnel come into play. So personnel means how many running backs on the field, how many tight ends, how many receivers.
Yeah.
So the way it's categorized is, if it has, let's say it has 3 receivers, a tight end, and a running back, okay? As the week prior to that week, you have a scouting report. So they say, okay, if they have 3 receivers, a running back, and tight end on the field, then that could be called 11 personnel. 1 running back, 1 tight end. Rest are receivers, obviously. Mm-hmm. So you will have a game plan on what they like to run in 11 personnel. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now let's say there's 2 tight ends and 2 running backs on the field. You probably most likely know they're going to run the ball. Okay, then you have to put your tendency, your defense. You have to put your group what you like. So it's literally it's chess. It's so many moving parts. People just think, oh, he dropped that pass, he ran that ball. It's not like that.
That's why when people talk shit about someone if they lost or they lost the game or whatever it is, it's like, calm down a little bit. I mean, it takes a lot to freaking get on that field in the first place.
Example, like we were just talking about a second ago. You walked in, Derrick Henry. Hall of Fame running back, right? He's on his way. Had a great game yesterday. But what did he do in the 4th quarter? Huge fumble. They pretty much blamed his fumble for the loss.
What sucks is he's going to be remembered for that rather than the
whole game. He had a hell of a game.
Plays I saw that he did
had a hell
great.
Of a game,
yeah.
But he fumbled in the 4th quarter, and he probably went home and he was sick all night. And he's gonna get scrutinized in the papers. He's gonna get ridiculed in Baltimore, and that is not right.
No.
Right. But at the end of the day, like, I remember going through that on my era, on my level, and you got to be so mentally tough and strong to play at this level.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's like I mean, and next week it could turn around the other way. He could have a great game, 3 touchdowns. Oh, he's the best again, right? Yeah, I mean, he had a great game yesterday or the other day against Buffalo. But again, he made one mistake, one big fumble, and the rest.
Yeah, but we could relate to that with everything in our lives. I mean, look at wrestling too. Like, sometimes people are remembered for the wrong things, and they're not remembered for all the amazing accomplishments and amazing things that they did. It's just where they left off at the end of their career, and then all of a sudden, that's where they're remembered. And it's kind of shitty because it's like, well, shit, like I had a lot of great moments, but like do people remember me for
absolutely
whatever? But,
well, that's good. The NFL Week 1's on his way. I know we had some big news in WWE. Who returned?
Speaking of
all
wrestling,
this, I heard
AJ Lee.
AJ Lee. Wow, it has to be at
return.
least 10, 11 years.
It's been 10 years exactly, actually.
Wow.
So she left. Her last match was in 2015. And obviously now, 2025, she returned, which there was a lot of hype in, before that because everyone kept thinking like, it was kind of like one of the CM Punk's return. Like it was almost like, it's almost like too surprising and crazy for him to return. So like, is it going to happen? And then like with her, same thing. But they kind of set it up, obviously, with the Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins storyline, which it was kind of like a given when that, CM Punk and when Becky was slapping the shit out of CM Punk. It only made sense. That was
interesting scene. I didn't know that was leading.
He's not going to put his hands on a woman, so obviously he's going to, get his wife to. But I was actually kind of surprised that she came back, to be honest, because it's been so long. She looked the exact same. She looked great. And she is a very, like, her personality and brand of who she is, fans love her. Like, I mean, I don't know if you saw, but the reaction she got was insane.
Good for her.
And then it was good. She like went back in the ring and like got more out of it, which was good. And I apparently they signed a long-term deal with her. So I guess she's like staying. It's not going to be just like a couple one-offs or whatever.
Really?
So that'll be interesting. Yeah.
Good for her. Does she have any kids?
It's cool.
They have any kids together?
They never had kids. No, not yet either. I don't know if
No?
they plan on, but they kind of both had similar paths in like the whole like pipeline promo that like CM Punk did his, and then I don't know if you remember, but this was before I got to WWE. But obviously AJ Lee was a big pioneer in the women's division. But her last promo, well, one of the last that she's remembered for is their pipeline against the divas. Like she was basically like bashing total divas and like the Nikki Bella and like that generation of wrestlers because she thought like, oh, I worked my ass to get here and like you guys are just divas, blah, blah, which, I think it was a good promo and I understand where she was coming from and what the storyline, exists of. But I feel like you need to have like a little bit of everything. Like even now, the women have come such a long way. They're taken more serious. It's not, bra and panties matches, which is amazing. I had a long NXT run that I'm grateful for. And I was able to show my, athleticism and that I was not just a pretty face, that I could work and I could do things. So I'm a, big fan of that. But I do think it's good sometimes to have the variety of the different women of like, like Chelsea Green is a great example, actually. Chelsea Green's personality is, I think she's great where she's at right now because she like almost wishes that she was in the Divas Revolution like that time. Not because they didn't take the women as serious, but because she like loved that era and she finds it fun, like, using her looks and her personality as, her brand in a way for her character, but also like she could work, but she's not focused on like winning the match, which is what it's all about. Like WWE, it's about telling a story and it's about making the people feel something.
Yep.
So she had no problem coming in Royal Rumble, I forgot what year it was, like last year or whatever, 2 years ago, coming in and literally making her entrance and getting in the ring and getting thrown out that first second. She had no problem because it didn't matter to her. It mattered that they were going to remember her for that reason rather than staying in there for, 5-10 minutes and doing nothing substantial that they would remember anyway. So I'm with her on that. I think it's all about making the moment out of it. And I think it just kind of goes back to like, I think it's good to have the variety of superstars, men and women, to have that because AJ Lee can't have a great story with another character that's just like AJ Lee.
You're right. Yep.
She has to have a great story with someone that's a little different than her. And I'm talking more like 10 years ago when they were working. I'm not talking about right now. But like I think it just makes for a better story in general. Like cuz you don't want two people like with the same personalities and same characters fighting cuz you got to have a good guy and a bad guy in wrestling.
Guys, that's some really good insight from the double champ over here. Okay?
Don't say double champ. We may get ridiculed over here.
Though. Oh man.
Unified champ.
Sorry.
We'll make that clear. Unified champ.
Whatever. I still call it double champ. I like that better. Sounds better. But there's actually
still double champ in your
one
eyes.
thing this week that I really want to see you guys. I want to hear your comments and what you think that's going on this week, this Saturday night. It's literally one of the first times in a long time that the best is fighting the best in boxing. And I know boxing has got that stigmatism and the reputation that the best avoid the best because of these promoters and the money fights. It happens. But we really haven't seen the two best fighters of this era. That probably the two biggest money makers too in Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Bud Crawford.
Yep. This Saturday, right?
It's gonna be a huge fight. It really is. I don't know which way to go. I got mixed feelings. It's hard to bet against Canelo, a guy who's never been put on a canvas or even been stopped or been knocked out, knocked down, nothing. I know Bud is a hell of a fighter. He's moving up 2 weight classes, so they say that's really, really hard to do. But I think this is a must watch. Like there's a couple things in our generation of sports that are must watch, and this is a must watch event. Is this Saturday night, and it's live on Netflix.
Win or lose for Canelo, at least he's going to be rocking some nice ass watches.
Oh yeah, you saw this
video.
Week. Yeah, I think he walked into.
How much did he spend?
3.4 million or something like that on like
Insane.
3 watches.
He was like, how much is that one?
It was like 3.8. It went viral on the Netflix documentary. But yeah, he bought like 3. Yeah, the guy's done. Incredible.
Is this the first time they're having it on Netflix?
This is the first time I've seen an epic fight like this live on Netflix, which is crazy. Yeah,
it's interesting. Wow.
I guess the deals are doing, but it's really cool to see. I know Dana White's getting involved now in boxing promoting.
Yeah,
and Dana White's UFC system is the best fight the best, And I think that's been a bad stigmatism in boxing for 30, 40, 50 years, as long as I can remember. You know, I do think Floyd Mayweather is the best boxer of our generation, but a lot of people knock him because they say he picked his fights and he avoided people. But that being said, I think he strategically avoided people to make more money. He didn't avoid nobody because he was scared. Because the guy beat everybody, dominated everybody, never even touched the canvas. So I hate when they say they fought Pacquiao out of his prime. Pacquiao was the same age as Floyd. So they fought at the same age or close to the same age. But I think, you know, Floyd did a good job of strategically placing his fights to maximize his money.
Yeah.
But now, you
Which
know,
makes sense.
But
It's
now,
a business.
yeah, exactly. Now
Why
Dana's
wouldn't he?
coming in, and now Dana's making like the best fight the best, which is kind of cool to see. So
That's cool.
I'm excited about that one.
Well, that's this Saturday. So
This
that'll
Saturday,
be exciting.
Netflix, must watch.
Must watch.
Yes.
Okay, we have a couple questions we're gonna finish the episode with. This is a good one, babe, for you actually. So you've gone from the NFL to WWE to now launching a fitness app. How do these experiences connect?
Oh,
Because we
How
talked
do they
about all three
connect?
today. Yeah, how do
that's
they
a great
connect?
question. Discipline and consistency.
Right, you wouldn't be where you are
Discipline and
without
consistency
discipline.
is the recipe to any success you have in any aspect of life. Fitness, business, family, relationship, career. I really do believe that discipline and consistency is what kept me out of depression, away from anxiety. We all go through it from time to time. Stay on the right path.
And your strict routine.
And
I
my
think,
strict
has been
routine is
very-
something that I'm very advocate about. Something that I don't break Monday through Friday. Everything I do now, it's more of a reward type of thing, and that's what I want to preach on my app. But the question you just said, how do they all correlate? I think it's just the discipline of knowing what I want to do, and signing that contract and sticking to it. And I think
Right.
that's just the reality of it.
And I think also a big part of that, knowing you from what I know, is like you pick back up quick too. Like when, you know, the difference, the similarity with all three of these is that nothing lasts forever. NFL
Nothing
didn't last
lasts
forever. WWE didn't last forever.
Nope.
Nothing lasts forever.
Nothing.
This fitness program is the beginning of it. But, you know, hopefully it'll last a pretty long time. But it's one of them things that like you have to learn to, you know, go back to the drawing board, figure out what's next or what we can do to be better. And I feel like you do a really good job at that and not letting it get to your head in a sense of like not letting it affect your confidence too.
Yeah,
There's
no.
highs and lows in anything.
There's highs, lows, and everything. And I think if you let the vulnerability of life dictate your confidence, you're always going to be going like this. Up and
Of course,
up and down,
that's what
up and
life
down, up and
is
down.
all about.
So the reality where I get my confidence is consistency. Waking up every single day, having a strict morning routine, being disciplined in my craft, and you know,
and having a positive mindset.
and having a positive mindset. But it's also funny because you know it's hard sometimes when you don't have structure in place, in a sense that we don't have a 9-to-5 job. You know, we've done a good enough job in our life now we still work very hard, but we make our own schedule, right? We have that financial freedom to make our own schedule. So to me, that's even harder to stay disciplined, right? Like
Yeah.
when my alarm goes off at a certain time, Monday through Friday, I could easily click it and say, oh yeah, I can
Like I
sleep
did this
31. Yeah,
morning.
you did this morning, nice cool weather.
It's
But
cool out. I just
but
was
for
like,
me,
you know what? I don't have to be
me,
anywhere.
I just can't do that because I think mentally I'll start to slide.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
for me, that's something that's very, very important in my life.
Here's another good one that you touched on earlier that is makes sense for this is if someone has only 30 minutes a day, what's the most effective workout they can do?
30 minutes a
Prioritize.
day?
If they only have 30 minutes to work out, what's the most effective workout they could do?
They have any equipment, anything, nothing?
You can give like, I mean, no, I don't know.
If
Just
you
give-
only had 30 minutes a day and you had access to a treadmill, I would do a 20-minute walk on incline. Okay, a 10-degree incline, 3 to 3.5, really get the heart rate up. And then for 10 minutes, I'd do a circuit of 25 push-ups, 25 body squats, 25 sit-ups, 5 rounds of that. That
Get
should
your
take
heart
about
rate
10
up.
minutes. Get the heart rate up.
I like it.
And that's 30 minutes of just walking on the treadmill for 20 to 25 minutes on an incline, and then do 5 sets of 25, 25, 25 push-ups, body squats, sit-ups.
I like it.
That's all you need.
Awesome. How is your program different from the hundreds of fitness apps already out there? I think you've touched on this in other but it's good this week to
I think
explain
the
to
biggest
people.
difference is not only is my programs going to be individualized. I know a lot of people's ours, but mine's going to be individualized. But not also just I want to individualize your daily routine, not just your 30 minutes or 20 minutes or an hour in the gym. I want to create better habits from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to sleep. And just so simple as making sure you have a gallon of water a day, making sure you tell your wife or your girlfriend how much you love them and how grateful you are to have them. Taking 10 minutes to in the morning just to start your morning with the attitude of gratitude, some sort of prayer, some sort of breath work, some sort of meditation. Just little habits like that, I think, fall short of what people realize of developing a better person. So I think my package, difference from everyone else, is I'm not just preaching the correct way to do a bench press or the correct way to build all this muscle. I'm going to tell you to show up, and I'm going to give you a great workout, but I'm also going to give you a good morning routine. I'm going to give you a recovery routine. I'm going to give you a motivational routine. I'm going to give you a outlook on life, on how you can better yourself from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to sleep.
Nice. Love it. Okay, this one's for me. Do you think WWE women today are better positioned to monetize their brand than in your era? Well, my era wasn't that long ago. Thank you for aging me, whoever wrote that one. No, I'm kidding. So I do think yes, and I think it's going to continue to get better. I think the women nowadays can make more money in WWE, of course, but like I've said prior to this, I think the most money they can make is really when they come out, because they're able to monetize off themselves and reap all the benefits from everything they do, whether it's developing different brand endorsements or subscription-based platform or having a direct relationship with your fans, and all these things that are out there right now, I think is amazing. And there's so many ways to generate, money on your own when you're done. So I do think they're better positioned. And I also think while they're in it is very important as well. Like, don't just think of when you get out of it. I think while you're in it is very important, because you're building your brand, and the more equity you put in your name, the more money you're going to make when you're done with it.
Absolutely. Great.
It's just
great
my
answer,
2
babe.
cents, Okay, we have a bunch of more questions, but we're going to
Save them for next episode.
save them for the next episode. So make sure you guys tune in for the next one, because we have a lot of good stuff over here. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to check out Savvy's new lifestyle reset program. We'll have more information coming soon on social media. And we're also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. And we'll see you guys next time.